Good morning.
Good
Welcome to
morning.
Tech Talk with T&E. Let me just make sure we're live.
Looks like we're live.
Are we live?
We're live. We're going to pretend like we're live.
Okay. Well, hopefully we're live. Just checking YouTube. Yep, we're live. Cool. So, hello, welcome everybody. Happy Monday. Another episode of Tech Talk with T&E. Thank you for coming. Before I forget or before we forget, please subscribe and follow and do all the stuff to help us build out our podcast. That'd be awesome. So, how are you, Miss Elizabeth, on this Monday?
It is a fantastically fun Monday.
Oh, I don't know if that's good or you're just full.
Yeah, no, that's probably not the F word I'm going to choose. I'm not going to probably stand by that. But I'm trying to focus and be positive. But yeah, fantastically fun. Yeah, we'll go with those F words for right now until I can get offline.
Yeah,
not incriminate myself.
Yep, I agree. That's gonna be that's what it's gonna be all about. So what's going on? Something's getting pretty close, huh?
Oh my gosh. And I don't know, very many other people can really resonate and understand what is going on in my world right now. So I am down to the wire. I've ordered stuff. I'm waiting for shipments to come in. I'm waiting for confirmations that things are in production. Confirmation that it's going to be shipped on time, all the things. I've got a new vendor for a couple of things this year, and of course, you have all of the positive vibes and feelings that this is going to be great, this is going to be awesome, and I'm just holding to that. So I'm definitely not going to shake up the apple cart too much and think, not going to throw negatives in there. But yes. Badges, swag, last minute event stuff, catering menus. Oh my gosh. It's like lions and tigers and bears. Oh my.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. Especially, if you've ever put on an event, the last 2 to 3 weeks is when it really kind of gets buckled down, and especially when you're relying on other things to happen, bringing in badges and all the different stuff that we have to get, and then you just turn around and you hopefully to take at least the last week to kind of unwind and get ready, so to speak. So
you may unwind and get ready, but and I know we kind of joke that you do the schedule and I do everything else, but that doesn't mean that the schedule's easy and not without challenges, because I know that is strategically a chessboard that you're moving things around. And, if we've had a couple people that can't make it, and that is, hurts my heart, and no fault of anyone's, it's just how circumstances shook out. So having to replace speakers and make sure that everybody is, where they need to be. But we have some great new people that are coming in, so I'm pretty excited about that.
Yeah. So tell us about the 2 new ones that actually probably the last 2. We're not adding any more. But tell us about the last 2. I know we have a CRO person coming, and then we filled the spot in the agency growth room.
Yes. So I am connecting with Erin probably today or tomorrow, I believe. I have not met her personally. I'm really excited. As you guys all know, I love seeing women in tech and connecting with other women, because I think that, we have a different and unique perspective, and we definitely bring value to the table, I think. So what I know about Erin is that, she's played big in the tech space. She is the co-founder of Mint CRO. And it's a kind of an engineering approach to marketing, which, all of our data-driven people love that. So she is also from a perspective of empowering business owners, and they have a proven formula for growth. I'm trying to dig into it a little bit myself, just so that I can kind of see what's the what is it all about. And then we have Sarah Pokorna, Pocorna. You're going to like Pocorna. I'm so sorry. Sarah's coming over from the UK, and she is the SEO manager at White Press. And she does a little bit of a different kind of a thing with what she calls psycho marketing. She has built her own agency. She is very well known, more so in Europe than over here, but I'm really super excited to bring her over. Sarah and I had a couple of conversations, and she's very lovely. And like I said, very excited. She's spoken at Brighton, so a lot of you may already know her, and I'm, behind the times here. But so she does have a background in psychology as well as marketing, so that gives her a really strong skill set, and we're going to have her in the agency growth. And I know that when you say agency growth, it's very subjective. It's not just, okay, well, I've got an agency and I want to scale it 2, 3, 10, 20 million, whatever. But there are a lot of valuable things that you can learn, even if you're like a freelancer or solopreneur, so that you don't necessarily have to build and scale a huge, massive agency. You can keep yourself relatively small, but utilizing some of these skill sets will help you be more efficient, help you get things done faster, better, cleaner, easier kind of thing. And so don't let the title agency growth fool you. It is absolutely applicable to all levels. And it's something that I think is needed. Like you and I started in a very different way. We had our head down, 7 years. We didn't know anybody in the industry. We were like plugging along, doing our thing, learning, growing, getting better for our clients. And so there were some things that maybe we were missing in the beginning that we didn't know. You don't know. Hey, Holly. So I think with agency growth, again, like I said, subjective, but there's a lot of valuable things. Maybe Holly can speak because Holly's a solopreneur. She's not looking to scale and build a massive agency with lots of people. But
I gotta close.
So Holly's on hold. You jump in there, Terry. What are your thoughts about?
Yeah, I think agency. If you want to grow an agency, I think that these type of events is key. I mean, especially we had to switch. Probably halfway into our agency, 5 years in. We built it not knowing what we know now, and we went back and we changed some stuff, and that was a little brutal. So, especially after we've been in business 4 or 5 years and realized, wow, we don't even have SOPs. So that was kind of a shocker, so to speak. But yeah, these events are, I mean, as far as I'm concerned, if you're in agency growth and or even personal growth, I mean, we go to specific events for personal growth. But I do believe that getting around people with the same mindset that are successful in doing things, a little bit different than everybody else is, and then you can pick and choose what you want, so to speak.
Yeah. But I think there's a lot of structure in how you structure your business, whether it's one person or 12 people, that can allow you those tiny little shifts that, well, like with AI, the more you automate, that's your staff. You don't have to have 20 people that you're paying payroll to.
Exactly.
Automate stuff, and then
for sure.
It looks so comfortable, Holly. You got your dogs. You're hanging out.
Yeah, we moved out to the camper about 2 weeks ago. So now we're camping, working.
Nice.
Freezing, but yes.
I was going to ask you, is it starting to warm up there? Obviously not yet, huh?
It's like probably, I don't know, like 40s, 50s. It's cold today. Yeah. It's been cold all week.
I have no idea what that is like. It is not cold here.
Well, you'll be warming up soon. You bringing Dawn with you?
Yes. We are so excited. We were just talking about it last night.
Awesome.
Yay.
Yeah. It's going to be really cool. So you get the pleasure of being in the breakout rooms and in the tech mastermind. So you're going to be unloading all kinds of fun stuff.
Yeah, I'm kind of excited talking about stuff. I don't know. I haven't talked about, so in the breakout rooms, I'm going to talk about some podcasting stuff with, some stuff is automation, but some stuff we have oversight because, ChatGPT and Claude and Grok and whatnot, they all hallucinate. So we do have someone who's just checking stuff over just to make sure everything is good. But yeah, I'm excited. I mean, talk about something I haven't talked about before.
Mm-hmm.
Share some examples and doing some tests for that for traffic and sales and stuff. So
Right on.
That's pretty
I
cool.
love that. You're mostly excited to get out of the cold and the snow, right?
I mean, honestly, we always look forward to spring training because it's between when it's cold in March, like we'll get over the camp, like get over the winter into camping season. So it's still chilly here. So, I mean, it's a nice breakup for us.
Yeah.
But beyond that, we like spring training. We like all of our friends who go. We like the content. I mean, there's nothing that's not that we say we don't like other than like the flight, right? Dawn has to take a 3.5-hour flight and she doesn't like to fly more than like 5 minutes, so that's the only, only struggle. But yeah, I mean, we're going to get there early on Wednesday morning, sit by the pool and soak up sun and visit with our friends. And, we haven't talked SEO with our friends since October, I think.
Yeah. Yep.
So it'll be nice to get with everybody.
Yeah, no, I'm so excited. I'm like, gosh, can we just start now?
No, I'm not ready yet.
I just want to start hanging out. That's all. I mean, yeah, that's a cool thing.
Yeah, you don't feel as geeky.
Yeah.
Because, like Dawn doesn't use ChatGPT and she doesn't get excited about traffic and doesn't get excited about someone clicking on a podcast. You know what I mean? She's just like, yeah. So when you're around people that understand it, it makes you feel normal, I guess.
Yeah, definitely our tribe. I've heard that comment from quite a few people that like our group, our network has really clicked for a lot of people. They really feel like, okay, these are my people. This is where I need to be. And that's so awesome. I love that.
I mean, in reality, like we're online friends. And so for us to get together, we have to fly to conferences. And I personally am only going to yours, and I may be going to Local U for Joy's in September, but I really don't have anything else booked. Like, it just, some of them just don't have interest to them. Some of them aren't having them this year. So I'm really, I think it's spring training or it's bust. You know what I mean? Like it's the one to go to this year.
Yeah, we're the same way. We're in June. We're going to a personal growth one in San Diego. That one, Chris Martinez is putting that one on. But yeah, I mean, I'm trying to get her to let me do another New Orleans mastermind. So I want to go back to New Orleans.
There was a lot of great things about that mastermind. There was some not so great, but I think we can absolutely do it better this time.
Yeah, I agree.
We'll just have to figure out when and where. I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah.
We've all gotten used to like just, over the winter and probably over even the last year, there hasn't been as many conferences, I guess. I think people just have gotten used to just sitting at the house and watching it on video. And personally, I learn more from seeing like someone live doing it in front of me, because then I can ask questions. And so, like on a video, it's a little bit harder to do it that way. So I like the in-person ones.
Yeah, same with me for sure. It's hard to stay focused on the digital ones.
Yeah.
But it's going to be really fun.
Awesome.
So talk a little bit about our sponsors this year, Miss Elisabeth.
So
do we have a picture of the?
I do. You know what? I absolutely do. Let me pull that up for you. Okay, so let me talk about the sponsors while I'm multitasking and trying to pull up the banner and everything so that it looks really good. So the two main big sponsors that we have this year is LeadSnap and High Level. Both sponsored last year. Both was a great success. Everybody really enjoyed having them. Patrick's software LeadSnap, I'll let you talk a little bit about that because I know you use it. I, however, do not. No offense, Patrick. I love you, but I don't know what I'm doing when I log in. So jump in and talk about LeadSnap.
Yeah, LeadSnap is a Google business profile software. The two main things I love about it is my staff doesn't have to log in to each individual map to work on it, which is also a fear of doing something to the map to cause a suspension. Nothing really causes a suspension. Google just suspends crap. But I love that aspect about it. It's a full management system, so it has call tracking. You can manage all your reviews. Has insights, has heat maps. It's just a great all-around tool for maps. He just added a citation piece, so you can build citations within it. So there's a lot of great things about LeadSnap. But again, my number one thing as an agency guy is I always freaked out when my VAs from overseas were logging into my maps or my clients' maps. So this way they don't have to ever do that. They've got one dashboard and they go into each individual map and work on it. So that's the cool thing about it. Second biggest thing I love about it is it locks your listing down so people can't make changes to it. So it'll alert you, hey, Google's recommending this change or whatever, but it doesn't allow me to go into a map and change a phone number. So it locks those listings down, which is, I think, one of the most important things nowadays, especially when you're in high competitive markets. So that's it for LeadSnap. All right,
that's
move on.
Okay. I feel like everybody knows High Level. And I know that, like, kind of in our industry, it's kind of been a little bit of a love and hate. Like, you love it. It does great things, but you kind of hate that there's a little bit of a learning curve and you need to learn more and getting help and support for that. Like, High Level is great for help and support, but like getting somebody to run it and manage it as an agency owner, that has kind of been a challenge. I'm jumping into it a lot more than I have in the past. And one of the things that I'm pretty excited from them is that they're going to do a lunch and learn where we have a spot in between our lunch break. We'll give people an hour to go grab food, do what they need to do, and then come back for an hour's worth of training. And I'm looking forward to that greatly because, again, it's such a dynamic software. It does so much, and I want to be able to honor that. So I'm excited about that. Let me see if I can present this. Share screen. Can I share my other screen? Oh, I can. There you go. There is an overview of all of our sponsors. I may have one or two popping in as well. It just depends if I can get people to communicate. But LeadSnap, High Level, 38 digital press releases. We're a big fan. Love Randy, best friend Randy, and everything that he does over at 38 Digital and the news guy. So I know you have a strategy that you utilize for stacking press releases and all of the secret sauce that you do. So I think this is the third year Randy is sponsored. He's always been a loyal compadre, and we love him. So Turbo Subdomains, we're getting the band back together. Garrett's coming out. Garrett's going to have a lunch and learn on Turbo Subdomains. We've jumped into it with our agency and absolutely love it. There's so many great things about it. And he's going to kind of do an overview on that about how great and wonderful it is for everybody. Because I think there's a lot of people that could really benefit from having their own subdomain network, and it's all automated and it's wonderful. White Press, I said that White Press has sent Sarah over, and they do a lot of great things in the UK. They are very highly revered, friends of ours. So we all have like a solid community of people that we are in conjunction with. So White Press wants to get over here in the US and show people how great and wonderful they are here as well. So I think this is a great opportunity to get to know somebody new, because it's always valuable to have people in software that do great things. SEO University. Terry, why don't you jump into that and talk about that a little bit?
Yeah, SEO University, that's our teaching platform. I'm actually changing it up. I'm actually turning it into a university. So I won't be doing live classes. I'll be doing live classes within the university, not doing live classes like I used to. But I'm hoping to have that ready to release by the end of May after the conference lets down, so I can have a little bit more time to finalize it. I've got all the modules ready. There's about 75 modules, about 150 hours worth of training. It's massive. So it's pretty much everything in my brain. And I'm also going to be going to some of my friends, Holly, whoever that wants to put other trainings up in the university. It's going to be a monthly reoccurring type of program, like membership type of thing. But yeah, we are really looking forward to launching that out, here before the summer. Is my goal.
And Solterra, what do you know about that company?
It's just a badass mofo company. That's just us. Obviously, it's Elisabeth and I and our family. It's our business. But of course, we do all kinds of stuff to help sponsor the spring training.
Donate time, energy, effort.
Yep.
Local Dominator. That's Eldar's company. So tell us a little bit about Local Dominator and what you love about them.
Local Dominator, again, it's for GBPs. It's originally started as a tracking software, which is awesome. And then after Eldar's added some more stuff since then. So it's becoming more of more than just a tracking system, but it is a tracking system. It's one of the Eldar's sponsored a couple of different events that we've had. It's a software that we definitely use. We use both LeadSnap and Eldar software for different things. I'm never like a one tool, one trick pony type of person, because I like to see different data strings from different things. But yeah, it's a great piece of software. Really solid. And then the next one, Link Whisper. Link Whisper is probably my favorite SEO plugin. It's for internal linking, and it's just a really cool system. They're excited to sponsor. It's a brand new owner. The owner's actually going to be at the conference. So he just bought the company. I think it took him like 6 months to buy it out, but I think it's like 2 months it's been closed. Anyway, so he's excited. He's coming in here from Dubai. And so we're really glad to have Link Whisper on board.
Awesome. Zagio is a relatively new software, I believe, but a lot of you guys already know Herc, that did Project Supremacy with some partners, but this is his new software, and he is jumping into the ring, and I have not jumped into the software yet. Have you played around with it? I mean, some of the things you've said, like you have not done a deep dive, but you jumped in a little bit, maybe?
Yeah, I've used Axio on our affiliate sites, but I haven't used it in over a year. So I'm excited about the new stuff. It's another one of these things I am going to fire back up again, because I did like it back when we were using it. We got so busy, I actually started letting the affiliate stuff go to the wayside, but now we're building that back up again. But yeah, it's a website building software. It's a push and pull system. Axio, or actually Project Supremacy, was I was a huge Project Supremacy guy for a long time until it just went over to Axio, and then I started using pieces of it. But yeah, I'm looking forward to it. It's a really cool piece of software. The Herc has done a great job with that.
And then have you used Blogstorm at all? That's Robbie.
We have used it, but we haven't used it as enough to say it's great or wonderful. People love it. We were hoping actually that Robbie would be able to speak this year. It just the schedule didn't work out. We have a lot of people that want to speak at our conferences. It's one of the excuse me, it's one of the stress things for me. But yeah, as far as I know, it's a great piece of software. He showed it off in Myrtle Beach, and that's where we picked it up. And I know we're using it, but again, I don't have a, obviously we haven't canceled it, so we're using it.
Holly, are you still here? Have you used Blogstorm at all? I don't know if you would have an application with what you do, because your stuff is different.
No, I haven't used that at all.
Okay. Right on. And then our faithful compadre as well, Digitaleer, is Clint Butler's software, or his website, his agency site. So, and Terry can speak all kinds of great and wonderful things about Clint.
Yeah, he's all right.
You love him.
Yeah, Clint and I have been going. I mean, like we go back and forth on a bunch of stuff. He's been one of my best friends for years. But I love his agency. I love a lot of stuff that he does. Obviously. He's a good SEO.
Right on. So that's a shout out to our sponsors. We'll give a little love back to all the people that help make this great. The sponsors have been fantastic this year. The communication that I've had with them, their willingness and ability to, jump in and do whatever and help out has been awesome. So I appreciate it. Yeah. Very cool. Miss Holly, what's going on in your world?
It's not a heck of a lot, to be honest. I have new different glasses on, actually. I'm sure everyone is like, those aren't her normal glasses, but I sent mine out to get a new subscription, and I realized I have no extra frames, and I'm blind as a bat. So I had to go Walgreens. Spend $25 on frames for 2 weeks while they're putting my glasses in. So that's pretty much what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Where do you I get my glasses at Costco. They're pretty freaking fast. They're like 4 days.
I sent my frames in, so I didn't have to buy new frames. And she said it's going to be 2 weeks. I'm like, 2 weeks? So I'm actually hoping Wednesday, maybe. Wednesday will be a week. And then I can get back to seeing, because I can't see anything. And once it's past 7, it's dark. I can't see anything. So, yeah.
So that's just the regular prescription from the drugstore, nothing what you need?
Yeah, so I've had real bad headaches because it's not the subscription I need. So, yeah.
If I could not wear glasses, I would be a happy person. I don't like wearing glasses, but
I can't do contacts because I can't stand touching my eyeball.
Well, and I've tried contacts, but the way my vision is, it does not work for me. And I've had people try the hack of like wearing one contact and leaving the other one open, and then like your brain will adjust. My brain did not adjust, I assure you, because I've tried it. And for me to not be able to see is super frustrating. And I have like progressive, like I have like the 3 different levels. So blind.
Yeah, that's what they are moving me to. So like when I crawl in the bed at night, I literally have my sunglasses I still can see out of, because they're my bifocal. So I was in bed on whatever night it was last week with sunglasses on. I was like, this is not going to work. I got to get something else. So, yeah.
Yeah.
It's all good.
Good times. All right.
Yeah, I mean, I'm working, and we have the podcast stuff running, and it's a lot of automation. So I just have to do, just checking to make sure everything's running good. And I'm not trying to use my computer that much because of my eyes right now. But yeah, I mean, that's what I'm up for the next few weeks. So
you should be good to get your glasses before the trip, right?
That's what they said, yes.
Okay.
If not, we'll get you a seeing eye dog while you're here.
Yeah. I'll be wearing these ones. Otherwise, I'll be wearing my regular ones.
Yeah.
Are you going to travel with a bunch of phones and stuff? Is that part of what your presentation is and what you're talking about?
It's actually not part of the presentation at all. So, and I don't bring them out to the camper. I actually do have like maybe 50 in my trunk, but I don't bring them to the camper because there's not a lot of room here. So, yeah, I mean, we're heavily talking about AI and AI building podcast and how to get the traffic and how to actually prompt it so you don't have to go back and check it, and all automated from start to finish pretty much.
Yeah.
Just very little hands-on.
Gosh, could you imagine, like, I mean, technology is like just screaming through the world right now. Like, can you imagine trying to do all the things that we do without the technology that we have?
Yeah. I mean, I haven't, like, some people are using like AI assistants like Tristan and stuff like that. I haven't gotten that far just because I'm definitely more hands-on, and I want to, I guess, see the steps before I want to go any further with that. So,
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking
forward to seeing what
I have someone here, so just one sec.
I'm looking forward to seeing what Tristan does.
You know, he does so many great things, and he's just such a nice guy. Very low key, but just really brilliant in a lot of the things that he does and plays around with. So I think that's definitely a treat. Where do you have him on the schedule? Do you have him in breakouts in the automation room? Yeah. Okay. Right on. I
got to update some of the topics.
You know, I think a lot of people may or may not realize the way the Tech Mastermind is structured is obviously the people that purchase the Tech Mastermind ticket. But not only is the Tech Mastermind speakers involved in that, but all the VIPs are welcome and allowed, and then all of the other speakers as well. So the way we've kind of structured it is, yes, there are people that are doing presentations, but it's very much an open forum. So we encourage questions. We encourage, like, hey, can you do this? How do you do this? What do you think about this? It's really one of my favorite sessions because it really is anything goes. Mm-hmm. And it's not something that would ever be publicized. So you guys can really dig in and ask the deep questions, ask the naughty questions. What can you hack? How can you do that? So,
and then some rumor had it you're feeding us that afternoon.
There is a rumor. So the way we've structured tickets this year, we've had such a low barrier to entry for business access, but then the jump to Tech Mastermind is a fairly big jump. And I want to make sure that I honor and value the people that invested that much back into us. And so we are going to have, for people at the Tech Mastermind and VIP level, there is going to be a lunch on Sunday. So, and there may be a few spots if people want to change their ticket level, like say they bought in at the low end and they want to bump up to Tech Mastermind. I will have something available for that if they want to be included in that. I just think the value, like, lunch is great and I'm happy to give back to everybody, but the value is in all of the crazy tech things that everybody's doing that, yeah. Part hacker, part magic, the usual.
100%.
I think I talked about OnlyFans and creating something with AI last time we did the tech.
You did. You shook everybody up with your naughty talk.
Yeah, I mean, that's the good thing about the tech thing is that it's not recorded. And you can pretty much talk about whatever you want, and people can openly ask questions. And I'm more, I take more questions than probably I normally would about the projects we're on, and I usually would show samples just so that people, because I learn better by looking, so I definitely show more at the tech thing.
Yeah. Yes, it is. It is great fun. And I mean, that's definitely you anyway. You are a lot more candid, in person, not being recorded. That is kind of where you thrive a little bit more.
Yeah, when I'm recorded, I tend to get in trouble. So
I have no idea why. Well, what?
yeah.
Very cool.
One of my favorite things is the affiliate panel too. I'm really looking forward to putting Dooley, Campbell, and
Carl
Hudson up on an affiliate panel. That's there's some powerhouses there.
Oh, unbelievable. Unbelievable. Do you have any affiliates, Holly? I thought you did at one point.
Yeah, we do a lot of, I mean, our affiliates is adult and Spanish, legal. I guess probably what we mostly have done. We've done, like, we have definitely played with affiliates in the Amazon world. And I think last year, or maybe it was 2 years ago, we were doing automation with AI for Amazon products, and I was kicking out like 100 a day with Amazon, with AI creating the videos and everything, and it was really good for like 3 months. And then someone reported my videos, and then I got taken down. So this is a reason why I only talk about it in the tech group, because I don't have to worry about, getting reported for, for things like that. So yeah, I mean, a lot of different ideas come from the tech group, but yeah, I mean, I do affiliates. It's kind of dabble in everything, I guess. I run the gamut. I'll hit it hard, and then when I feel like I've exhausted what we built, then we move on to something else.
Well, I mean, that's common for a lot of us. We get bored pretty quickly and want to move on to something else. But
Yeah.
Right on. What else, Terry? What else you got to talk about?
Hold on here.
You're
Travis and I
multitasking.
I'm getting Travis's topic. Oh gosh, I don't know. Golf is set.
Golf is set.
We're working. I'm hoping to find. I think after today, the schedule will be final. That's what I'm
Good.
That's my goal. And then yeah, I think that's pretty much it. Yep, that's pretty much it. So I've got a couple topics to get from speakers to put on the schedule page, and then a few little updates to the website, and I think we're good.
Right on. Very cool.
Looking forward to it. So, and we're recording. We do a breakout. How are we doing the recordings? We're doing main stage and one of the breakout rooms like last year, or two of the breakout rooms.
So I've got it structured to record the main stage and record the individual breakout rooms, but I don't know if we're doing that for selling the recordings. We have not really had that deep discussion. I love to be able to offer stuff to people, but what I found, and like, people may watch the recordings for, a month or 2 or 3, and then they fall off. And then, it costs quite a bit to host everything and have it available, but then people aren't utilizing it. So I have taken recordings down just solely for that fact that, if I have like a 3-month lull where nobody is watching it, then it's not creating value. So I don't know if that's something you want to look at putting into university, or I don't know. That's another discussion, but we are going to record it just for our own personal. I want to get some snazzy B-roll. I want to have fun promoting the next one. And so that's why you'll see a lot of photography and cameras, just for that reason alone. Mostly I want swanky B-roll.
Yeah, and we do it for the speakers. A lot of speakers like their own recordings too. yeah, we're not live streaming this year. We're not going to go down
Oh
that
no,
nightmare route.
no.
So, I mean, Holly warned me about that 2 years ago, and I didn't listen to her. When you're relying on hotel internet to do when you're relying on hotel internet to do a live stream, yeah, that's not a good thing. So,
well, even live streaming in itself,
yeah,
for 3 days, like for a half a day, and you're just doing a small block, I think like you're definitely are willing to take the risk. But for 3 days, and you have the main stage plus all the breakout rooms,
yeah,
it's a lot of technical side of it, you know. And if you're struggling with Wi-Fi or you're struggling with getting everyone on board, I mean, you seen that my own event, like that we struggled with a couple things with in the beginning. It took us about 3 hours before we were like, screw it, we're just going to do Zoom.
yeah.
So it was so much easier. So yeah, I mean, it's a struggle. But I also will say that when I'm recorded, I hold things back. And when I know there's a camera in the room, I hold things back. So I'm kind of glad like that I'm usually in a room that does not have a camera at your event.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's crazy.
Totally get it. And it's valid too. You know, you've had circumstances outside your control that escalated. So
I think in general though, as people who do SEO and might I don't want to say not do things kosher, but there are tricks that we have made, whether they're good or bad. And we don't like to have it out in the wild. So the having a camera there definitely makes it out in the wild for me. And so honestly, at every event that I've been to, halfway through it, I'm like, you might as well just turn it off at this point because I'm not going to let you,
Yeah.
Go out. So
and that's what we've told everybody. I mean, it's
and you guys are always respectful. If we say to we don't want it recorded, you guys have never done it. So
it's always a speaker's discretion. So and that's the way it's got to be. I mean, it's just I know other hosts don't really give people a choice, but yeah, if they want to talk about something they don't want recorded, that's completely up to them. So
well, and I think we're also respectful of the recordings that we do have. It's not just all out there, We don't play that way. So
yeah.
Awesome. What else are you looking forward to? I'm looking forward to the VIP day. That is going to be a lot of
fun. Tell us a little about where we're going.
So let me see if I can pull up anything from it. This might be kind of fun. So there is a looping video on their website. Ta-da. Let me see if it'll show. It's an indoor sports amusement park arena, and it's all virtual. So if you guys want to play basketball, baseball, football, there's boxing, there's skiing, there's all kinds of stuff. So it's a lot of fun. And I think it'll be great. We're going to have a mastermind in the morning, a couple of masterminds just to kind of get your brain fired up. And then we're just going to go play. I'm going to cater in lunch. It's going to be closed to the public. So they're allowing me to bring in alcohol since it's closed to the public. And we're just going to play and have fun and chit chat and talk and do all the things. I think it's going to be awesome. I'm really looking forward to it. Who doesn't love a play date?
I agree.
And then we're there for a couple of hours, and then we'll come back. We've got a little bit of a break, a couple of hours before the welcome reception. If people want to, relax more by the pool, hang out, take a nap, talk downstairs, that kind of stuff. And then welcome reception is at 6 p.m. They're at the hotel. And it's an opportunity for everybody, speakers, staff, attendees, all levels, everybody's included. I am going to have some appetizers and a cash bar because we all like snacks and drinks. So I like snacks and drinks. I don't know about you guys. So, and I don't need a designated driver. So we'll see what kind of trouble Mama Bear can get into.
Yep, that's a fact. So,
is Holly importing her grappa? I don't think that's on the menu.
Holly's bringing, I think, 3 bottles of grappa. Yeah.
Nice.
Right on.
We drank
Holly and Dawn giggling and talking. Oh my gosh, like freaking, what was it, Nashville or Gatlinburg?
In Gatlinburg.
That was fantastic.
We were smashed every day.
Mm-hmm. And
smashed for us doesn't take money. It's not expensive. It's just a couple drinks, you know. But yeah. Yeah, and especially with grappa. Love it, love it, love it. Yeah, I'm bringing probably 3 bottles. They're really big and they're glass bottles, so I usually have to like put them into some kind of plastic. But yeah, the plan is to bring it. So
nice. Yeah, Miss Holly drunk dialed me. It was fantastic.
Oh, I did. I forgot about FaceTiming you.
Yeah.
You did. Yeah. It was awesome. It was awesome.
Oh.
Good times. Good times.
That was fun.
I totally forgot about that.
I did not. That was the highlight. That was very cool.
Oh.
Very cool.
That was really cool.
I mean, I think that wraps up the main part of it. I mean, the individual speakers, again, every year we seem to get like better and better people. I'm really excited. We've had so many people that have wanted to be involved, and we're just really fortunate that people are connecting and jumping in there.
Yeah, I agree. It's a special conference. It really is. So.
Well, we put a lot of love into it. At least I do. Love, blood, love, sweat, and tears.
So.
Awesome.
I think that's about it. Yeah, I'm ready to rock and roll. We'll do one more of these next week before officially. I think people actually start coming in Tuesday, Wednesday-ish next week.
Yep.
So. Yeah, it's close.
We specifically didn't schedule anything for dinners because I know when people get together, they want to go off with, friends that they haven't seen in a while. And so that's just the welcome reception. But other than that, Friday night, Saturday night, Sunday night, people can kind of do their own thing. The way the property is situated, everything's like within a block walking distance. So nobody has to Uber anywhere unless you want to go someplace different. But there's a lot to offer in that small area. Everything from, maybe a little bit of quick fast food, easy meals, as well as DC steak. So if people want a really fancy steakhouse or, there's multiple options all in that area, maybe even a dive bar or two. I know we'll probably keep the hotel bar hopping because most of us tend to stay on property. And the way the hotel is situated in the front lobby, tons and tons of seating. There's couches, there's tables, there's all kinds of stuff all downstairs right by the bar. So I know the last year the bar did not have as much seating as we would have liked. The year before was kind of okay. It was like upstairs and it was dark, but I'm really happy with the hotel layout. It's really nice. A lot of places for people to hang out and talk.
Mm-hmm. It's going to be cool.
Very cool. You have anything else to add, Miss Holly?
No, just hope to see everyone there. And yeah, that's pretty much it.
Get your ass out there. Come to Chandler. Come to Phoenix.
Is it at the same hotel as it was last year?
No, it's an entirely different one in a different part of town.
Okay.
And I'm really excited about it because it's nice. It's downtown Chandler, so it's like the older part of town. And within like less than a mile, like within a 2-3 block radius, there's about 36 bars and restaurants.
I cannot believe that it's next week, Wednesday.
Yeah.
10 days,
Yes.
right?
10 days.
Is that the
Yeah.
countdown?
Yeah, that came really fast.
Yeah. 9 days, 9 days, 13 hours, 20 minutes, and 12 seconds, according to your account.
Oh, you pulled up the website. Good for you. Good for you. Yep.
Good deal. Well, I'm so looking forward to seeing you and Dawn. So if you want to come out a couple days early and defrost, come on out.
Yep, we're coming Wednesday morning. We're going to be there at 7:30 in the morning, pool by 8.
Nice.
Right, cool.
Nice. Well, I'll be on property. We're going to come Tuesday night because Terry and the boys have golf in the morning, and I'll be there doing a lot of setup. So come find me. We'll chit chat.
Okay.
Hugs for Holly.
Oh my God. That's where it started, was Hugs for Holly 2 years ago with Lee.
Yeah.
I know.
And he still renews the domain. I'm like, why are you renewing this domain, dude?
I know.
That's great. So
That is awesome.
all right. Well, thank you, Miss Holly, for joining us. We'll see you next week. I can't wait. It's going to be awesome.
Right. See you later.
Thank you, everybody. Don't forget to subscribe and all that good junk. Thank you for everything.
Like, share, subscribe, and follow. I'm going to put it on a sticky note right in front of you. Like,
Exactly.
share, subscribe, and follow.
Exactly. So, yep. Sorry. Okay. Thanks,
That's
guys.
okay. Bye, guys.
See you next Monday.